So let's talk financial planning with Yogi Berra. Yogi Berra is one of the most quotable people to ever live. And when we look at some of his quotes through the right prism, they can teach us some lessons about financial planning. How about this quote, Brian? I never said most of the things I said. I never said most of the things I said.
He said that?
Yeah. So have you had an experience where you were sold one thing, but then down the road, everything you remember from the sales pitch is actually not true?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, I think, timeshare is that way. I've bought some vehicles that happen.
Did you ever buy a timeshare?
No. But I went through a timeshare pitch, but I've had my parents have them, my sister, clients.
And they're hard to get out of, right? Because there are companies that they're like, we'll help you get out of your timeshare.
Oh, yeah. Well, the timeshare exit strategy companies are actually worse than the timeshare.
Oh, I'm sure.
The timeshare companies.
Yeah.
In fact, one of our clients was in the office last week, and he was not there for timeshares, even though we're going to help him try to get an exit out of the timeshares. And he's got like 7 or 8 of them. I'm like, oh, why did you buy so many? But anyways, he got something in the mail. He goes, hey, I want you to look at this, Brian. I said, looked at it. And it was over at the Holiday Inn or, where was it? Anyways, it was somewhere here in town at a hotel. And you look up the company, and the amount of Better Business reviews was unbelievable. But complaints. I mean, it was like 800.
All bad. Yeah.
All bad.
Yeah.
Negative and no responses from the owners.
When they filed with the BBB, you're in trouble, man.
Yeah, because
bad news.
the Better Business Bureau will actually check and verify with the owner if it's legitimate. You could go leave 1,000 reviews on Google and they could be fake. Google doesn't check that.
Yeah.
But we're an accredited member of the Better Business Bureau, so they'll reach out to me and say, hey, this guy named Brett Sharp said he was complaining about some service that you offered. And I'd be like, let me look. No, we don't have a Brett Sharp. He doesn't have any money.
Oh, and so they're not bunk, to make sure they're not bunk.
Right.
Yeah.
They'll check, and then they'll actually kind of act as an arbitrator in the sense of they'll hear your side, and then you can explain your side, right? So it's kind of like they're not going to be a judge essentially and say, well, you're guilty. But they're making sure it's legitimate.
Yeah.
Right?
They should do that.
And then they'll post both the comments so it shows that you did respond. Yeah, he was unhappy with the services, but this is our viewpoint. And you can kind of make that. So it's not usually where you're going to get a bunch of fake complaints.
Yeah.
So when you see that, I said, okay, what you do is you take this flyer and you walk. You see that right over there? You see that? That's our shredder. And you shred it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you stop avoiding. If you want us to help you exit these timeshares, because he's been talking about it forever, but he hasn't given us the information. I don't know where you own a timeshare. He's like, well, there's one in Florida. I said, I understand. You can tell me, but I need the information. So he's bringing it in, I think this week. He's got another appointment. He's going to bring all the timeshares, and there's companies that can help that are legitimate title companies. If there's any value, you can sell it for maybe $800 or $1,000. Well, he pays on some of these $2,000 per property, and he's not using any of them.
Per month?
No, per year.
Oh, per year. Okay.
But he has 7 of them. He's paying $14,000 a year on them. It's insane. And I'm like, you can,
and the guys is that there are certain blackout times, but you can use that property X amount of times a year for
right.
2,000. Yeah.
You look at the times it's never available when you want to go.
That's how they get you.
And then
they're probably Airbnb-ing it to somebody else.
And he's almost 80 years old, so he's like, I don't have time for this.
Yeah.
And then the kids don't want to go, and it's really a scam. It's a huge scam. The amount of money he's paying in fees, and these are paid off. If he had a mortgage on top of this, when he had to finance them, he could be talking, because I think, who was it that bought one? One of our clients bought one. It was like $250 a month. And, you look at the math on it, and you're going, you could stay in a 14-bedroom, house in South Carolina with a spa, an elevator, a pool, private pool.
Yeah.
You're on the beach.
It's an arcade.
Right.
Bowling alley in the basement. Yeah.
For what you're paying for these crappy timeshares with this crappy 2-bedroom condo.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I know. I just don't know how to get out of them. I'm like, stop saying yes to people.
So as a certified exit planning advisor, you would say stay away from timeshares.
It's time to exit.
866-2-PLAN for 866-TO-PLAN and the number 4.
Oh, what's really bad is when, sorry to interrupt you, but it's really bad when his kids doesn't even want them. He's like, I want to pass these on to you when I die.
No thanks.
Like,
no, I'm good.
I'm good. I don't want it.
Hey, if you get a chance to this weekend, check out our new website. You can go to retirementplannow.com and in the upper right corner, visit our site because the Retirement Plan Now is kind of a landing page. But go to that and check out the new site. There's free stuff on there. Retirementplannow.com, retirementplannow.com.